One of the precepts of the order is nurture the ability to perceive the truth in all matters. Truth. And it depends on that other word in that statement, perceive. And people have a very bad habit of altering facts to make things fit the truth that they want rather than the truth that really is. There was this post on Facebook the other day. It showed a picture of a World War I machine gun, these belt-fed, water-cooled weapons of mass destruction that altered the face of warfare back then, caused thousands of casualties. And the caption they put on the photo was, back in 1913, a child could legally buy one of these. Technically true. And the conclusion that they arrived at was, if only these were still legally available, we wouldn't have shootings like happened at Sandy Hook in August of 2012, where somebody killed a whole bunch of innocent children. As if putting a machine gun nest at the end of the hall would have solved the situation. I've lost count of the number of posts of this sort, the number of ads that I've seen posted saying that the solution, the answer to peace is more guns. I've had all kinds of people posting facts and figures showing that countries that have effective gun control have very small homicide rates involving guns. They 2-digit, 3-digit numbers. And yet people in a country where it runs into 5 digits are still pointing and saying, but yes, there's still homicides happening, therefore, if only we had guns. Fear alters perception, clouds perception. Clearly, we see this happening here. And the truth is, the answer to this situation is not simple, because you know what? There's enough guns out there in the United States to arm every single man, woman, and child several times over. If somebody banned guns tomorrow in the United States, it would take generations, truthfully, to get rid of all the guns that are already out there. There is not a simple solution to this situation. There's the truth for you. And yes, people are pointing out that very often these cases involve people who have mental illness. Here's the truth for you. If you identify mental health early on and provide effective treatment and care, then people can lead productive and useful lives that don't endanger themselves or anybody else. But nobody seems to want to spend the money to do that. They want to put their priorities on spending money elsewhere. They want to wait until somebody pulls out a gun and starts shooting children in an elementary school before they point a finger at them and say, hey, you know what? He's crazy. Yeah, we can do better than that. There's a truth for you. Truth is, most people who go out there and legally possess guns don't spend enough time training, practicing with them, maintaining the firearms so that it would work. They'll find themselves in a situation where they figure that this is going to protect them, and they're not going to be capable of doing that. Any police officer will tell you that. I'm a retired cop. Used to be in an emergency response team. I was a very good shot. I know how hard it is to hit a moving target with something like a handgun. Honestly, it's not a very effective answer to the problem. And I mean, police officers themselves are receiving inadequate training because of lack of funds. You look at a situation like the Empire State shooting, which happened in August of 2012, where 9 people are shot and 2 killed, and most of those went down because of police rounds that went through the target and kept on going. We're creating an impossible situation here for police officers, and a really difficult situation to deal with. But, coming up with the same answers for the problem when those answers clearly don't work isn't going to solve it. Albert Einstein once said we can't solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Isn't that the truth? He also said insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And yet this is what people are doing. We can't keep doing this, people. We need to do better than this. We need to perceive the truth in all matters. And truth can be painful and truth can be difficult. But that's the way it is, and that's what we need to deal with. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. That's Albert Einstein, too. Go out there, run it straight at whatever you fear the most, and be glorious.